So Klay Thompson, Rob, we know all-time great player for the Warriors and a critical part in their 4 championships that they've won during this dynastic run with Steph Curry and Draymond Green. That's the big 3. But it looks like it's over, Rob. And remember, before this season, the Warriors offered Klay Thompson a 2-year, $48 million deal, which I think was quite generous, to be honest. He's 34. He's played 13 years. He's still a very good player. He averaged 18 points, shot 39% from 3. So it's not like he's done. But he's not what he used to be, and nor are they, right? So they need to cut some salary, and their negotiations with him are going nowhere. And so, Rob, over the weekend, Klay unfollowed them and followed Paolo Banchero of the Orlando Magic, who are known to be interested in Klay, and also the L.A. Austin Reeves of the Lakers, who Klay is from L.A. His dad played for the Lakers, won championships with the Showtime Lakers. So that is a natural fit if indeed, Klay wants to go there. But Draymond Green, Rob, talked about it, and here's what he said.
I know all of you were probably looking forward to me talking about Klay unfollowing the Warriors and deleting some IG posts or something. I had no idea that happened. I think it's hilarious. Just so y'all know, I laughed when I logged on here and Jackson's like, yo, so what about Klay? I'm like, what? Like, what happened? He's like, oh, he unfollowed the Warriors. I think that's comical. I know you all be wanting like somebody's feelings to be hurt or something. It ain't that. Ain't never going to be that. That's hilarious.
Where you at on this, Rob?
It ain't hilarious. It's pathetic. And if I'm the Golden State Warriors, I got a message for Klay Thompson. I would block him on social media.
What?
I would block him. It's my Twitter, and I'll block if I want to. Block if I want to. Block if I want to. You would block too if they tried to dish you. Tell Klay Thompson to go jump in the lake. Who cares?
Well, Klay loves the water.
All right? Who cares? I'm still heard they paid him millions and millions of dollars, and he ain't the same player now, and he wants them to give him welfare. Pay me a max contract. Give me a lot of money, even though I'm not the same player. And I'm going to act like a big baby, and I'm going to unfollow you. And I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to follow the Orlando Magic. Take your light-skinned butt down. Hold on. Take your light-skinned butt down to
what's wrong with light-skinned butt?
That's got to be racist.
to NBA
colorism. Yes. Colorism on the Odd Couple.
That's got to be racist.
To NBA Siberia, which is better known as Orlando. Go down there. That's right. Klay, get over it. They have paid you handsomely. You're not the same player. It's okay. We all aren't the same as we were 10 years ago. This is over.
Speak for yourself.
All right? I might
you
need
sound
help.
like Ali talking to Howard Cosell.
I might need some help once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, Chris, enough with this big baby talk. Baby talk, baby talk. It's a wonder you can walk. That's Klay Thompson. Stop it, my God.
Wow. Rob Parker at his best. My goodness. That was impressive, Rob.
I'm tired of that.
I'm not going to go as far as you are, but I'm with Draymond in this, Rob. It is hilarious, and that's kind of what you're saying.
Yes, it is.
Like, when Kyler Murray unfollows the Arizona Cardinals, okay, you played there 3 years. You're young. You're early 20s. You just got out of college.
This guy has made history with the Warriors.
Right. Antonio Brown unfollows the Raiders. He didn't even play a game for the Raiders. Like, I'm sorry, Klay. When you unfollow somebody, it's like you're trying to just erase the history, right? We're done. I never was here. I'm sick of y'all. Like, don't even. No, Klay Thompson, you are a Warrior. And believe you me, you want us to think of you as a Warrior.
100%.
That's your history, dude. We're not going to do you the disservice of erasing your history with the Warriors. Like, that's the thing, right? He's beyond this. You're right. It's childish. And Antonio Brown, we know he's kind of out there, so he'd do something like that. Kyler Murray's a young guy playing video games all the time. He might do something like that. Klay, you're a 4-time champion with the only franchise you've ever been with. You're 34 years old, a veteran, close to retirement. Dude, you're better than that. It does feel funny, Rob. It's like, does. What, really? Like, we're not supposed to remember you were with the Warriors.
And here's the end, too. In the Warriors' season-ending loss, Chris, to the Kings, and this year in the play-in, you ready? Klay Thompson, 0 for 10 shooting, 0 for 6 from deep, no points, 1 assist, 1 turnover in 31 minutes. That's the big baby who's now going to unfollow the Warriors. No. I mean, what do you want them to do? They paid you, Chris.
Well, they
paid you. And they offered you a nice deal, $48 million for 2 years at this stage in your career? Come on.
I will say this. Look, I will say this on Klay's behalf. I do get, while it's not logical, Rob, I get the emotions he's going through. Because you're saying, hold up. You get Steph, right? Steph's in a different category. Okay. But hold on. You gave Draymond a $100 million extension. And he is not only, you can argue, I mean, they're totally different types of players. If you want to argue which one is more valuable, they're both. Klay is better than Draymond, Rob. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Has been better, but Draymond's the defender, the inspirational leader.
He adds something to the team that Klay doesn't. Even though Klay's a better player.
Right. So Klay is saying, not only am I better than Draymond, and I'm not trying to make it him against Draymond, but just in your mind, you're thinking, I'm better. And this dude has run y'all through the ringer. This dude has been suspended. He cost us a finals. He punched out Jordan. Like, if you're Klay, you're saying, look at all he's put the franchise through, and you're going to pay him and not me? So I get it. I get his feelings, Rob. I'm still with, look, the Warriors have to move on. They're not going to win a championship next year. So I can't, like you said, if I could get, hey, they offered him $24 million
He's
a year.
He's lucky to
like
get
you
that.
Said.
Like $24 million, Chris. And the numbers I just read, the last play-in game, right to the playoffs, you went scoreless. I mean, for real.
And he's a better player than that. But yeah, I mean, 24 is good. And I mean, they probably don't want to really offer you anything. Just because, not because you're not a good player, but right, they doing it out of respect for who you are and who you've been. And Rob, you remember, it's ironic we were talking about them earlier, but the Bird Celtics, they stayed together too long.
Kept McHale,
kept Parrish.
They didn't trade any of those guys, Chris, and it wound up hurting them when they all left and retired.
They had a long drought.
What was it, 22 years, 24 years? They had a drought.
Yep. And, Reggie Lewis is passing, unfortunately.
That didn't help, right? That was a bad moment.
Yeah, they had a drought, and the Warriors are trying to avoid that. Now, they're not going to be championship caliber, but, they're going to start playing some of the young guys up more and featuring them. Podziemski and Jonathan Kuminga and these guys, along with Steph. Maybe they'll try to make another move to get a better player. But, yeah, it's up, Rob. It's just time. It's a business. Bob Myers, the former GM for the Warriors, Rob, he's on ESPN now because of this. He didn't want to deal with this. It is hard. Jeff Van Gundy used to say the hardest thing is dealing with aging superstars. No, remember the Knicks traded, under his watch, traded Patrick Ewing.
Yep. No, you know what? You can't fall in love with the past, and it's a tough thing. And I don't always I haven't always agreed with Bill Belichick and the Patriots and what they've done because they used a lot of people, Chris, and didn't pay them. So I don't respect that.
They got rid of guys early.
Yeah, way early. But I got what the thinking was. You know what I mean? You get something out of them, and then you move on so you don't have to pay them. And I don't think that's fair to the players. But you can't live in the past and hold on to stuff like that, because you'll be in trouble. And we saw with the Celtics during that run. They kept all those guys. They didn't want to part with any of them.
Yep. I would like to see Klay. Like Orlando, look, he would help them. He's a veteran. He obviously could teach them how to win. They're still not a championship level team in my view. LA, I like to see him in LA, Rob. Not that they win a title, but he could help them. You know, they need a knockdown shooter. Again, another veteran. Philadelphia is another one, Rob. Like if they could get Paul George and Klay, but I don't know if he's thinking, you know, I mean, Orlando is on East Coast, so he must be willing to travel.
And also maybe, you know, if Clay's
OKC
dad takes a night off
too.
on the radio, he could fill in there. You know what I mean? Maybe.
OKC, another team, Rob. That makes sense. They need a veteran, right? Veteran presence, and maybe take them to the next level. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Chris and Rob, the odd couple. Klay Thompson unfollows the Warriors. We like Klay, but a tad bit juvenile. You know, this is the perfect act your age, right? The epitome of act your age.
Not your shoe size.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, dude, really? I think of Klay as an adult. You know, like, come on, I ain't worried about unfollowing somebody.